Leisa Peterson here, the founder of wealthclinic.com and the author of The Mindful Millionaire. This is a story of how I teach people how to break through their blocks with scarcity so they can go on to building wealth. It also explores how I went from stressed out and lacking personal fulfillment in my career to growing a multi-six-figure business focused on helping business owners build mindful wealth and stop entrepreneurial poverty. I'm here today because I want to help you with increasing your income. I know what it's like to be doing all this work and have little, if not much, to show for it. I know what it's like to not know your true value as a business owner and what it's like to not be paid well for the value you're creating for your clients. I also know what it feels like to not be deeply valued by your clients. For a few minutes, I'm going to show you something that changed everything in how I run my business, and we've mastered it to grow my company. And this is what I teach to my own entrepreneur clients so they can raise their prices, find better clients, scale their online coaching, consulting, and education business way faster than they thought possible. The reason I'm sharing this with you is I think it's the most important aspect of being in business. And if you don't heed it, very likely it leads to entrepreneurial poverty. I've seen this so many times over my 30-year career, and I don't want that for you. In fact, I was speaking with Stephanie Breedlove of Breedlove Capital, who grew her tax preparation business from startup to being able to sell it for over $50 million by following what we're talking about today. It's proven time and time again, and yet far too few business owners follow it, and that's why they end up struggling needlessly. The first and most important thing I want you to be thinking about is this. Everything in business comes down to the prospect. Not only the prospect themselves, but the niche your prospect fits into. This is so critical to understand and to take to heart. And I'll be honest that you might not want to hear this, and it might be hard to swallow, but I want to be crystal clear about what I've learned over 30 years in working in sales and marketing with sales of millions of dollars of products and services. And here it is. Not niching is a cop-out. It's seriously like trying to take the easy way out of not doing what you need to do. It's that simple. So take a nice deep breath and hear me out. Business owners who don't make the decision to niche are copping out when it comes to achieving the success they most want. And this is one of the biggest reasons I've seen for people not reaching the success that they want to have in their business. Without niching down, you cannot find who it is that is going to most want to work with you. You cannot sell higher ticket solutions where you're paid well for the value you're creating for others. And you cannot customize your solutions well enough that you constantly delight your customers. You can't do any of these things without niching down. And that is because you don't know who your customers really are. And as a result, you don't know what they need. You see, everything comes down to this. Being in business is not about what we want. It's not about what we desire. It's not about our problems and our pains and our frustrations, nor is it about our beliefs. Instead, being in business begins with our understanding of our audience. What makes them tick? What do they want? What do they feel? What are their beliefs? What are the problems they're dealing with right now as it relates to what we sell? What have they tried before? What do they like? What don't they like? What are the things that they are seeing and experiencing and dealing with right now that they view as frustrations? And what's the after picture they want to experience? We need to understand all of that, not just a tiny bit, all of it. The reason this is a fact in business begins with their problem, not ours, right? Then we can talk about everything in their terms, about the absence of something they want. And we can talk about their unfulfilled desires. And if they want to lose weight, or they want to make more money, or they want to work less, or they want to be a better partner, or something else. Not everything, mind you, right? We're going to be able to speak to what's most important to your perfect ideal clients. To create success in your business, you have to understand the problems they're dealing with through their eyes with empathy and understanding. And if you're trying to be all things to all people, you simply cannot do that. Your hands are going to be tied behind your back when it comes to creating the messaging and the products that your clients most want from you. So that is the first principle. And I could go on for a long time about this, but what you have to do is focus on them, not you, until you know them backwards and forwards. The truth is, you have to be able to find your perfect clients, and you have to stop looking for the people who aren't a good fit. You have to figure out the language you're using now that is attracting the people you don't want. And this is what most business owners don't understand. When you speak the wrong language, it repels the people you most want because you aren't speaking the right language for those who need you the most. It's about knowing exactly who your ideal clients are, what they're seeking, and knowing them so well that if they want less time with you and they equate less time with you with more value, then you're going to be able to respond to that. Or maybe they expect to pay you more. And if you're not charging what they're expecting to pay, you're going to miss them because they're going to look at your solution as cheap and not effective. They want to know that you are currently working with the kind of people that they see themselves as being. And if your testimonials aren't from those kinds of people, they're going to keep moving along. They're not going to work with you. No matter how badly you try to sell them or how badly you try to message to them, they're not going to get that you're a good fit for them. When you customize your solutions for your ideal client, it is by far the easiest, fastest way to close new business and create less stress for you and your team. It's also less risk for not just for your ad dollars, but for your time. And it's easily 10 times less labor intensive than not niching. Plus, you get to engage in low pressure sales tactics that I call consensual sales that is about the feelings that you have when you meet them and when they meet you. It's like long lost friends because there's so much synchronicity and connection in you knowing how to help them and them knowing that you're the right person for them. There isn't this kind of hard sell that needs to happen that convinces people that has really given sales and marketing a bad name. It's not necessary when you're niching because there's so many easier ways to communicate with them and communicate what it is you can do to help them. So this is kind of like the hand fitting into the glove. No more are you going to find yourself not knowing what to say, not knowing how to put your campaigns together, not knowing the products that you're going to offer, and not knowing the pricing that's going to be best for them. These things come into alignment. And what I want you to do for me, having listened to this conversation, is make a decision in this moment that there's not going to be any more copping out when it comes to niching. You are going to take the opportunity now to dive into the fastest way that you can increase your income, increase your success. And it depends on you putting this into practice, putting it into action right away. If you're interested in learning more about me and what I do, go to wealthclinic.com. I'd love to hear from you, what you take away from this conversation and our chat today. Thanks so much. Namaste.